Most people believe that earning more money is the ultimate solution to their financial problems. They chase promotions, grind extra hours, and dream of a six-figure salary like it is some kind of golden ticket. But here is the truth nobody wants to hear. A bigger paycheck does not automatically build wealth. Thousands of people earn enormous amounts every single year and still end up broke, stressed, and trapped. The real question is not how much you earn. The real question is what you do with what you earn. And that one distinction separates the truly wealthy from everyone else who simply looks the part. Take a moment to consider some of the most shocking financial collapses in celebrity history.
From a broke background, I never really learned the art of handling money as a kid.
Mike Tyson, one of the highest paid athletes of his era, earned over $400 million throughout his boxing career. By 2003, he had filed for bankruptcy. Nicolas Cage reportedly earned around $150 million and lost nearly all of it to reckless spending on castles, rare cars, and exotic animals. MC Hammer made close to $33 million in the early 1990s and was bankrupt within a decade. These are not stories of people who did not earn enough. These are stories of people who never understood the gap between income and wealth. The trap of lifestyle inflation. One of the most dangerous financial patterns in the world has a simple name: lifestyle inflation. It works like this: every time a person earns more money, their spending rises right alongside it. A raise leads to a nicer car, a promotion leads to a bigger apartment, a bonus disappears into a luxury vacation. The paycheck grows, but so does the lifestyle, and the gap between what someone earns and what they keep stays dangerously small. This phenomenon is so predictable that economists and financial researchers have given it a formal name: Parkinson's law applied to finance. The idea is simple: expenses tend to expand to match income. Most people do not even realize it is happening to them. They wake up one day earning 3 times what they did 5 years ago, yet somehow they still feel financially stuck. That feeling is not imaginary. It is the mathematical result of spending keeping perfect pace with earning. The entertainment industry is full of cautionary examples. Former NBA star Scottie Pippen, who earned over $109 million during his career, once admitted to making a series of terrible financial decisions, from bad real estate investments to expensive personal spending. His income was never the problem. The lifestyle he built around that income was. Even outside of sports and entertainment, high-earning professionals like doctors, lawyers, and corporate executives frequently fall into this same trap. They earn more than most people could dream of, and yet many live paycheck to paycheck, not because they are unlucky, but because their expenses have silently grown to consume every dollar they make. The solution to lifestyle inflation is not deprivation, it is intention. It means making a deliberate decision that every time income increases, the percentage being saved and invested increases first, before the lifestyle ever gets a chance to expand. The rule is straightforward: invest first, then spend what remains. Not the other way around. The difference between looking rich and building wealth: there is a version of wealth that exists only on the surface. The designer clothes, the leased sports car, the Instagram-worthy vacations, and the oversized house that barely fits the budget. This version of wealth is not real, it is performance, and it is incredibly expensive to maintain. True wealth is invisible to most people. It is the investment portfolio nobody posts about. It is the real estate that quietly generates rental income every month. It is the index fund that has been compounding for 15 years without a single flashy announcement. The wealthiest people in the world are often not the loudest ones in the room. Warren Buffett, one of the richest human beings on the planet, has lived in the same modest house in Omaha, Nebraska since 1958. He bought it for $31,500. His wealth did not come from earning a massive paycheck. It came from building ownership in businesses and letting compound growth do the heavy lifting for decades. This distinction matters deeply because most people are chasing the wrong target. They want to look wealthy before they become wealthy, and looking wealthy is extraordinarily efficient at destroying actual wealth. Every dollar spent on appearances is a dollar that is not being invested. Every monthly payment on a depreciating asset, like a flashy car, is money that could be growing inside a portfolio instead. Jay-Z is a powerful modern example of this principle done right. He did not just earn money from music. He built ownership, He founded Armand de Brignac Champagne, co-founded Tidal, launched Armaf Perfumes, and built a business empire through equity stakes and brand ownership. His net worth is not built on a paycheck. It is built on assets, things that grow in value and generate returns whether he is working or not. That is the fundamental shift in thinking that separates income earners from wealth builders. Wealth is built through assets. Assets are things that put money into a pocket: real estate, stocks, businesses, royalties, and intellectual property. Liabilities take money out of a pocket. A luxury car is a liability. A rental property that earns monthly income is an asset. Most people unknowingly spend their entire lives accumulating liabilities while calling them success. Why investing is the real engine of wealth. Here is a mathematical reality that most people never sit down to truly absorb. If someone saves $12,000 per year from their income for 20 years without investing, they end up with $240,000. That is it. But if that same $12,000 per year is invested consistently at a reasonable return, the result after 20 years can be closer to $500,000 or more, purely because of compound growth. The difference is not income. The difference is whether the money is working or sitting idle. Income has a ceiling. There are only 24 hours in a day. No matter how talented or driven a person is, there is a hard limit to how much they can personally earn through labor alone. Investments do not sleep. They do not take vacations. They do not call in sick. When money is put into income-generating assets, it works around the clock, generating returns, which then generate more returns, in an exponential cycle that becomes more powerful with every passing year. Rihanna is one of the clearest examples of this principle in action. She became a billionaire not because she sold more music than anyone else, but because she built Fenty Beauty into a global cosmetics empire. The brand earned close to $600 million in its first year alone. She transitioned her talent and audience into ownership and equity. Her income from music was the starting point. Her ownership of a business became the wealth engine. The most effective habit a person can adopt is simple. The moment any income arrives, a fixed portion moves immediately into structured investments, before bills, before fun, before anything else. This removes the temptation to spend it and ensures that money is always being deployed toward future wealth rather than present comfort. Even small amounts, invested consistently over long periods, produce results that feel almost unbelievable to those who have never experienced compounding firsthand. Debt is the silent killer working against this engine. High-interest credit cards, unnecessary personal loans, and oversized car payments drain the fuel before it ever reaches the investment vehicle. Every dollar going toward destructive debt is a dollar that will never compound, never grow, and never contribute to financial freedom. Getting rid of high-cost debt is not just good advice. It is mathematically essential to any serious wealth-building strategy. The final piece that connects all of this together is consistency. Building wealth is not a sprint. It is not about one brilliant investment or one massive income spike. It is about making the right financial decisions repeatedly over years and decades, without losing discipline when the temptation to splurge arrives. The wealthy do not necessarily earn more than everyone else. They simply make better decisions, more often, for longer periods of time. Income is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. A hammer does not build a house by simply existing in a toolbox. It builds a house when someone picks it up, uses it with skill, and applies it consistently over time. Income works exactly the same way. It is potential energy until it is deliberately directed. The people who understand this, who stop chasing bigger paychecks and start building smarter systems, are the ones who eventually stop trading time for money altogether. They build something that earns for them. And that is the only version of wealth that truly lasts.